All I can say is wow. Welcome to Monday Madness on Eternal Battlegrounds. So I just popped in. I haven't even loaded my mantras yet. I just knew that my squad was already getting ready to. We're stacking up to go push these miscreants out of our Gary. See, I'm loading up my mantras now. This was just a day of just full of just fighting, which was great. And we worked well as usual. Had a good time. Got me some more practice, as you'll see on Healbrand. That's what I'm running, obviously. Thinking about some upcoming videos. I might swap to Dragon Hunter or some other. I usually run support in these because I think I do okay, but I want to use DPS. I think I do okay there as well, because especially in this, it's like doing a raid rotation. I'm pretty good with that, but it's a different venue, so I'm sure it's going to need some practice and some growing pains. So let's see what we can find out here. This was good. We just balled up, did a little peekaboo action around the columns because it messes with their line of sight, and we're just pushing them in a circle back on each other and moving out of their bomb at the same time. And now we're just going to get them the rest of the way out of our keep. And my man beat me to the stomp, but I had to finish the animation anyway. Alright, this one is interesting. They were kind of trebbing our tower from the frog pen, so kind of a skirmish here. We got blown up, most of us, but I'm going to hang out because I want to try and get rid of. Saw one of my allies go for those shield gens back there. Figured I'd just hang out and help them out and try and get rid of them. And we last quite a while, and it gets to be like 4 or 5 against us. And that was where I got a lot of good practice. That was close too. I had to use my Bantress to get out of there alive. Look at that. Brutal. Okay, I'm hanging out because I don't know what my other allies are going to do. I don't know if we're going to wait for run backs. But at this point we're definitely severely outnumbered. Here they are pushing towards us, so I'm going to circle around. And I see, looks like my allies are going to the frog pen. Some are coming out. And then I see the shield gens, and I'm going for it. Grab some free food on the way. I don't even care if it's by myself. Then I saw my buddy come in, so I like that. Thank you so much. So we're going to get rid of one of these shield gens and almost get rid of the other one. You're going to see some blues turn back in a second and come in and kind of harass us a bit. Of course, I'm on a healer, so I'm not doing a lot of damage, but like I said, this is going to be good practice coming up. And you know, if you don't challenge yourself, you're never going to get any better. So every so often I like to do these things, provided it doesn't put the squad at risk. Sometimes I'm not paying attention and I do, so I have to get better at that as well. But this was really good practice. Because as you can see, these guys have a lot of condis, a lot of CCs. I have to keep clearing that action out. And you can see my cleanse is going up because I gotta clear that out. So we got one down. My man's almost going down. Healed him a little bit, trying to work with him, but they just did like a 4v1, 5v1 on him. Sorry I couldn't res you, my man. I definitely would have been dead, but I want to see how long I could last. I was really trying to get the last, 12% off that shield gen, but I'm just not gonna make it. But as you can see, I'm using everything that's not on cooldown just to try to survive a little bit longer. But that was fun. It was good practice. I'd encourage you in situations like that, when you lose, don't be upset by it. I mean, let's see how long can you last? What have you learned from this? That's what I always try to do. Good, bad, or ugly. You know, truth is truth. It's what you do with it that counts. You know, if you do something stupid, well, learn not to do that stupid thing next time. If you do something great, well, that's what you do in that situation. Trial and error, my friends. Alright, I love when we cannonball people. It's one of my favorite moves in the game, just dropping down from above. Enjoy that very much. And we have them all corralled in the corner, so that's nice. And then as we kind of rotate around, switch spots, they're going to be jumping off the ledges and running down across the wall. They did hold together pretty tight, though, pretty well there, and a lot of them got away. and we're just going to pick them apart, and that's how you do it. You just grab the stragglers. That's why if you're ever in a group and you're got a tag with no comms, 2 rules. 1, stay on tag. 2, pick off the tail. And you can usually do well just with those 2 things. Then of course just use your skills as appropriate. Stability where needed, damage where needed, cleanse where needed, and so on. Alright, so we're coming in on blue, catapulting that tower again. Okay, overshot on my mount on purpose. That's something that I like to do sometimes. If you get a group, you're all on your mounts. If you run into a group, they'll start dropping bombs. You pounce behind them and then push them back into their bomb. Doesn't do them any damage, but you have a clear field outside of their bomb to start dropping yours on them. I do that in roaming a lot. I'm pretty impressed with lately. Seems like more people are smart to that idea, and they don't put their skills on cooldown and try to dismount you, so good for them. Makes my job a little more challenging, or less easy, I guess. But you know what? I like when people learn and play smart, even if it is my opponent. Because I'd rather get defeated by someone that's playing smart rather than someone that's not playing smart and they're just doing the stupid stuff and you still lose. That just gets depressing. So we push them all the way back to the frog pen, and now we're going to clean out the frogs while we're here. Let's make some friends. Okay, this is a long fight, but it's a good one. So blue, you see them gathering back there. They're veiled to come in, and this is just going to be a long, drawn-out fight, but it was a good one. Hopefully it's not too boring to watch, but it was really good. And they're using the columns to good effect. Good job for them. But they're going to rope around in a second, and really we're going to start mixing it up. Okay, get ready. They're going to peekaboo and come around the other corner. Here they come. Of course, we're still ticking down the Lord, and you got to deal with airships, so make sure you have stability up. See, there's my hallowed ground. I'll make sure everybody know that I'm popping that action right there. I don't usually speak in comms in a big Zerg, because I would probably be distracting to people. If I'm leading, if people want me in comms, I go in comms. I find that better, but depends on the group, I guess. Look at that. Boom. That one hurt a lot. But thanks to my crew keeping me standing. You guys are great. Got a really good sub. Of course, we have 2 Healbrands, so stability should definitely not be a problem. Sorry, we lost our Ellie. He will be remembered. Okay, another airship, of course, drops some stability. The other part is too, when you're fighting there, the Lord will drop meteor shower, and you have stability issues there. Okay, I'm not going to chase him too far. I got called back wisely by the commander, and I actually listened. Except for that guy, I don't want him to get away. I didn't go out, but I did stop him. So, yes. We now have this, and we are going to push these guys out. So here I see red below, and then somehow I got caught up in chat. Went off. Barely came out of it to glide. We had a couple. It was right after you drove the blue. I was some reds down here, and we're just going to take this out. I'm really impressed, too. This guy at the Kata lasted quite a while. He's on very thin sliver of health. I'm trying to kill him with my heal stats on my spear, because my Tome 1 burn skills are on cooldown. And he just lasted there forever. Wish I had him targeting so I can see what profession he was. But props to my man. And get me a stomp. Thank you very much. Love securing those. So now I'm going to heal my peeps here. Try and protect them a little bit. And see if we can't push this red rabble back. They were catting from out there in addition to the Rams. Wasn't a big group, but they were pretty good. So we're just kind of skirmishing, not organized, because we also know Big Brother's in there behind us, and he's going to come out with the rest of the squad in a minute. So just kind of engaging, trying to keep him busy so we can secure some wins here. And if we're keeping them busy, they're not catting the gate. Okay, they almost got me here. I gotta disengage. And then you see Big Brother coming out, and doesn't matter, my other guys that were with me didn't need to break and run like I did, and they totally finished them. Thank you guys, good job. Sorry I failed you. I'll do better next time. Yes, thank you for the carry. Okay, so we're gonna clip this veil, go in. Blue is trying to take our keep that we just taken. They'd come back while we were doing something else. Can't remember what that was. And we're going to just... Some of these guild names, they kind of crack me up. Either they're pretentious or just quite silly. There are a couple in there that are offensive. Thankfully I haven't seen any of those today, but yeah, they kind of crack me up sometimes. Okay, you see red was also coming in, so we have blue and red we gotta deal with, so we're gonna spend a little bit of time figuring out our position and waiting for someone to make a move, all the while doing a little poking our head out and seeing what's going on. And we're gonna get ready, and blue's gonna make a push in. We're trying to shield the Lord because he's at 6% health, so we're trying to heal him in this point, and I put a shield over him, reflex, because all they could do was range him. Excuse me. Okay, there's blue on the right. We're going to circle around to the outside on our left and try and catch him in the midsection by the tail and snag some of those peeps. We got a couple. Okay, and there's some more blue. These guys are almost as bad as green from last week, although not quite. Maybe only half as bad. Green last week, man, you couldn't go 20 feet without spotting a bunch of them having cloud you. But, as you saw from last video, we still gave them what for. Just gotta fight them a different way. It gets frustrating when you try to move on to another objective and they're all over like every objective you got. But it is the game. It's just different kind of tactics. And they work, otherwise they wouldn't do them, and we wouldn't find them so annoying. Alright, so right now red is kind of MIA. I think they're waiting to see what we would do with blue. There they are over there. Yeah, they're just kind of waiting. They're gonna like chip away at our tail a little bit, our back line. And I'm gonna get my friend that's in my sub up. Awesome. Leave no hero behind whenever I can manage it. Harder to do in battles like this, but we did have a moment of opportunity. And now we're gonna push red, get rid of them. Blue's following us. We're gonna snap back and grind back onto these guys. And we're gonna push out. I'm gonna push and hook left and get behind them. And then the squad's gonna follow in just a matter of seconds. Here they come. Thank you for the meteor shower. They're on the boss, and this is where they really start going down. Red is back, kind of annoying us again. Alright, so we're getting ready to wrap this up for this section of the fight. Blue's kind of beaten. Like that. Dash into my spear. Alright, so they had pretty much left. So here they were in our tower. They finally got it to open. So we're going to come around here, kind of just group up here, see what they're going to do. We're expecting them to jump, and they didn't right away. I'm going to circle over to the stairs and back, and then we go back for the second time for the stairs. You're going to see them on the corner of my screen on the left side. They're going to jump down on top of us. Then we're going to go up on the wall, circle around, and cannonball them and blow them right out of the tower. You saw them pop down. Got stability up. And here we go. Cannonball on the corner. Always follow the tag. And this is what you call getting it done. Alright, here we go. We're up here. You see the red over on the wall. We were in their tower. The Lord's on the other side. We got him right in front of us. There he is. And now we're just going to hang back, throw reflex on the opening, and then make sure we get some stability up. There's a guy off to our left trying to do some pulls. And look at my screen to the lower right hand corner. In a second, see that trebuchet on the supply hut turning? They just turned it and they can start firing. It takes me a minute to figure that out, but when I do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop down. I know I can't kill those guys, but I can get them off of that thing and focused on me, and give our peeps up here a break from the old cows, you know, poison and knockbacks and stuff. So you see that just through it. I'm going to drop a held ground, and then so that way they're all set. I'm going to drop down because that'll give them a pulsing stability, and they're off. He's going to have another friend come over to help him out. There he is. Yeah, I got my line up, knocking him down, and they are capping the tower. You see that, so now I know I don't need to be on there, and I'm going to go back up. And those guys are trapped down there, and they are going to be toast. Big Brother saves me again. Alright, and now we have, I believe, yeah, our last clip. Again, I'm going to do something somewhat foolish, but to buy us time. Blue's coming across the bridge. I don't want them to contest. I know they've got Big Brother behind me. They're finishing the Lord. Now watch up right hand corner. It's going to start capping, but I'm going to keep these guys tied up here. They probably couldn't have taken it from us, but I just didn't want them to contest, and it was the end of our run, so I thought I'd have a little fun with them. Now we own it, and that is it. Hope you had fun. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a most excellent day.